Okay, so now let's go ahead and work on our camera controller for the mobile devices. Okay, let me change to scene view. If you check, this is our mobile controls right here. And what we want is when we are interacting with the steering or these buttons, then we don't want to control our camera. Okay, so in order to fix it, open up the car camera controller script, and at the top make sure that you add this package which is using Unity Engine.event system. This is required for checking UI interaction. Okay, I've mentioned it in the comment right here. Then if we scroll down right here in the handle mouse rotation, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna skip rotation if the pointer is over a UI element. Okay, in order to do that, right here we will type event system dot current not equals to null and event system dot current dot is pointer over game object. Okay, so if this is the case, then we just simply want to return and don't want to control the camera rotation. Okay, what this means that if it is not null and also if it is a game object, then we don't want to control the camera rotation, we just want to return from there. So now you can go ahead and test the game and that issue will be fixed. Okay, save the script, get back right here. And as I told you, if you then now go ahead and test the game, that issue will be fixed. But now what we want to do is, for example, if you select the mobile control canvas and then the steering wheel, as you can see for the steering wheel, this border is really small and we want to increase this border. Okay, and let me tell you why we need to do that is first of all, if we check the game again, okay, on our device, let me run it once more. Okay, so the game has been launched. Now if we select any stage, alright, you will notice that now the camera doesn't rotate when we are interacting with the UI objects, as you can see. Okay, now the camera only works if we touch in the empty areas. Okay, but as you can see, since the steering borders are really small, as you can see, we can still control the camera around the steering wheel. Okay, so we need to increase the steering wheel borders. Okay, let's now quit the game and let's test it once more. Okay, let's increase the borders. So in the mobile controls, this is the steering wheel. As you can see, the border for the steering wheel is really small. Okay, it just fit the steering wheel. We want it a little bit bigger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the steering wheel and create an empty parent for it. Okay, and once you create an empty parent for it, then take out the steering wheel, select the parent game object and name it as steering wheel. Okay, and then as you can see, it shows the borders of this steering wheel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change its width to, for example, 500, or let's just say 600 by 600. Okay, so now as you can see, the borders for this steering wheel, which is the main game object, is increased. And now we can select the actual steering wheel and drag and drop it inside the steering wheel. So now if you notice, the borders are increased for this steering wheel. Okay, now we can do the same for the arrow vertical. So select the arrow vertical. First of all, create a empty parent game object for it. Then take out the arrow vertical, select the game object, name it as arrows. Then you can increase its width to 200, for example, and height to 300, or let's just say 400. Then you can select the arrows vertical and drag and drop it in there. okay, and then you can select the brake button and move it a little bit away from the arrows. Okay, so now as you can see, for this the border is also increased. Okay, the border lines, as you can see, they are increased, and for the steering wheel as well. And now that issue will be fixed. Now the next issue is that the sensitivity was really high for the camera movement. So if you select the main camera right here, you can select the mouse sensitivity and set it to, let's just say, 15 for now. All right, and also we need to decrease the car acceleration. Okay, so I've changed the acceleration to 5. Okay, from 20 to 5. Make sure that you do that as well. And also there are two scripts in which we change the max acceleration of the car. So as you can see, when we pass a mission, we set the max acceleration to 0. Then in the next mission we reset it. So first, early we were setting it back to 20, now just set it to 5. And you can do the same in the mission fail handler. Set it to 5 and then we are good to go. Okay, now we can once again test our game. So the phone is connected. Let's build and run it. So the game is now running. Okay, let's select our another car and let's select the third mission in which we have to park the car straight. Now as you can see around the borders, as you can see we increased the borders, so now we can't move the camera that much, and the same right here as well, as you can see. Okay, now the camera speed is also decreased. As you can see, the camera speed is now slow. For now the game is lagging because we didn't set the environments for the mobile device, so that's why it is lagging a little bit. But now if we move our car, as you can see, it can move. Alright, let's pass this mission. Let me move the camera a little bit up and let's move. Alright, as you can see, the mission is passed now. We can move to the next one in which we have to park the car in reverse. So let's control the camera. Okay, here we are. Let's move the steering and let's move back. Okay, for now if you notice this sky is changing colors, that is because this environment is not optimized for mobile device, so that's why it is doing that issue. Now we have to go in reverse in order to pass this mission. Alright, the mission is passed. Let's move to the next one in which we have to park the car in reverse. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fail this mission now. Okay, for example, if we crash it right here, as you can see, it shows mission failed and we can retry. So everything works perfectly fine. Now if we select stages, as you can see, the fifth stage is unlocked. Okay, everything works as we planned and coded. So with this done, let's end this video right here.